Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time and wherever you're watching this, and welcome to the YouTube channel Throttle Out 250. Now, I got a lot of parts here that are going to be going on my truck this week, so I figured I'd show them all to you at once, and then we'll get at her and have a series of videos coming out this week with truck parts. So first off, I've got this throttle sensitivity booster by none other than BD Diesel, an awesome company to work with. They host really cool events every now and then, dirt drags, dyno days, mud drags, etc. Really awesome company. They have a lot of fun with their customers. And this is what's going on today. We are in my spare room, or my truck parts room, that my girlfriend loves so much. You can see we got a lot of stuff going on here. The chrome parts are for my 87, my steering column, steering wheel. Flush mounts will be for the Ford probably, or the Chevy. I'm not sure what I want to put those on yet. Got my extra third brake light for my Ford, new headlights, new air filter because I wrecked mine. And got some new headlights for the Chevy, wiring harness for the 87 Chevy. These ones are for the 04 Chevy, obviously, different than an 87. But today's video is mostly going to be based on the throttle sensitivity booster by BD Diesel. They got a hold of me a couple weeks ago and asked me if I'd like to review a couple of their products after viewing my YouTube channel. I said, yeah, sure, not a problem, I'd love to do that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to install this. I'm going to give you some good before and after with it, and let you guys know what I think, and tell you if I think it's worth buying. It all looks fairly easy to install. Here's a push button switch, which is optional. I believe it's $65, and the throttle sensitivity booster itself goes for around, I think, $375 Canadian. Here's the wiring for the switch, bracket for it to mount it up underneath the dash, a couple free stickers. Who doesn't love free stickers? I know I do. Alright, and then we got the final wiring, which plugs up underneath the dash on your fuel pedal. So let's go ahead, get started, and we're going to cut to a clip of some before action on how exactly my truck is before this is all installed. So let's cut to that. Alright guys, we're going to get some before footage here of my throttle response before I install the BD Diesel throttle sensitivity booster. And just to prove that it is not installed in my truck, I do have the box with me here, and all the parts are in there. So yes, this is not yet installed in my truck, and we're going to go ahead and get some before footage for driving this thing. And I apologize in advance, my truck is filthy. I literally just got off the road last night. I was working for 7 days out on the road, got home last night. I had to, my buddy's first gen blew a head gasket, we believe anyways, and just couldn't drive it home, you know, the 800 kilometers. So I told him, look man, don't worry about it, pay for fuel and I'll tow her back home for you. So I towed his trailer back home, and then I dropped off the trailer at work, and now I finally got home yesterday, and I had a ton of truck parts in the mail, so that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and install this BD Diesel Performance Throttle Sensitivity Booster, and along with the rest of the products I got this week, and try and give you guys the best video that I can this week. So how I'm going to do this for my before shots, so I do have an Edge Insight CTS2 right here. If you guys can read what's on the screen there, I'm going to change one of my DTCs to the throttle position on here and give you guys a good idea of how this is going to increase it. So I am stock right now, nothing on there. I do have my truck deleted and tuned with a stock power tune. Nothing changed, it's all stock. It's just literally a delete tune in there. And let's go ahead and change the DTC, or change the PID here for throttle sensitivity. We're gonna go ahead and switch screens. I don't really want to mess with this screen here. It's one of my main ones that I use. Change the okay. And as you can see right there, the APP1_D, that is the pedal there. It gives you a percentage. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on there. I can see it on my screen, so you guys should be able to. And I'm gonna go ahead and press on the pedal here, not moving. It's 10%. Alrighty. So what we're gonna have to do is obviously I have to remove my floor mat because my pedal does press on there, and to calibrate this properly, I need to be able to put my foot right to the floor. So I'll have to do that. But for the meantime, I'm not going to be putting my foot right to the floor driving around. That's just insane. I'm not going to do that in town. If you want to see that, you'll have to go to my Dirt Drags video. That was also a BD Diesel event. And I'm going to go ahead and drive around and let you guys see exactly what goes on in here with a stock power tune. So bear with me, guys. This is my first review video. I hope it goes well. It's going well so far, I think. Let me know what you guys think. So we're gonna do some real world driving around, some real world tests here. And I can't tow right now. My trailer needs new axle bearings, so I can't really test it while towing, but I can give you some empty truck review, how I like it with the truck being not loaded, and show you guys what it's like. So this is without it installed, obviously. This is still the before. And we're coming up to a stop sign, and just to show you guys exactly what my lag is like once the light goes red. I mean green. Don't want to go when it goes red. That would be a big mistake. Alright guys, I'm going to be doing a real world review of this, just driving around town, empty, no trailer, no load, nothing, just to show you guys exactly what my lag is like stock. And there's a moderate acceleration at 25% throttle. I'm running 3 pounds of boost. Still at 25% throttle, 2 pounds of boost. And we'll be coming up to a stop here. And because I'm not turning, I'll be able to give you guys a more accurate lag time, how it is stock, just to show what it's like. Sorry for the rattling. The cup holder on the bottom is rattling. I don't know how to stop that. Okay, so I've come to a complete stop. The guy behind me almost tailgated me. And it took me up to 30% throttle to actually be able to get going. So that's quite a bit of throttle for a stock application to actually be able to get going here. Traffic's a lot thicker through town than I was expecting. I gotta be careful. I really don't want to run into that guy's ghost trailer. Alright, I'm at 15% throttle now, and I'm going to give it the boots and see how long it took me to actually get some boost and actually get going there. That's actually quite a bit of lag there. This is a 2016 Power Stroke, by the way. If you're new to the channel, lots of people know this already, but yeah, it's 2016 Power Stroke, EGR DPF delete, running a stock power tune. Alrighty guys, we're back at the house here, and we're going to install a throttle sensitivity booster. First thing we're going to want to do is pop the hood and disconnect those batteries. Alright guys, so because I do have the optional switch that comes with the throttle sensitivity booster, we're going to need to do a little modification to this. So what you have to do is you have to pull out this orange plug. So a pair of needle nose pliers, something along those lines will work. Just a set of needle nose pliers, you can pull the orange plug out, and you can go ahead and install these wires Alright guys, so now once you've got that orange plug removed, you're going to install the wires here. So once you get the orange plug out, before you put the wires in, there'll be blue little plugs in there. You take the needle nose, you pull this out, and you pull all of them out backwards. The first wire you're going to install is the white wire in pin number 4. Now you can see whether or not this actually focuses. There's little numbers on there, and each number corresponds with a color. So you're going to install white wire in pin number 4, light blue wire pin number 5, black wire pin number 6, pink wire pin number 7, yellow wire pin number 8, and light green wire pin number 9. So I'm going to go ahead and install all of those. You just push them far enough until you hear them click, and then they're installed. As you can see, I have all the wires installed in the harness correctly. And now you're going to want to put the orange plug back in there. Solid click, and you got the plug installed, and the wiring harness is together. We're up underneath the dash, and we're going to locate the throttle position sensor, which is this one here with the red tab on it. So we're going to go ahead and remove that and plug in the same one off of the BD Diesel's throttle sensitivity booster with the same red tab. That removed, it takes a little bit of force, but it does come out. You can go ahead and install the one from BD Diesel. Same one, same red tab. Just plugs in over top until I hear it firmly click. Push it down in, and that is installed. And then you plug the other wire here into the factory harness, because the BD Diesel one acts as a middleman kind of thing. Plug it into the BD Diesel throttle sensitivity booster. Alright, now once with all the wires plugged in, everything's installed underneath the dash correctly, the throttle sensitivity booster plugged in, you've got your switch plugged in, make sure that this switch here is set to stock. In order to remove this cover, you just put a screwdriver in each end and pop it one at a time, and it just slides right off real easy. So with it set to stock, go ahead and find your keys after you've lost them, and just turn on the ignition. Also make sure you remember to reconnect your batteries. Now you'll see it's flashing here. What you're going to want to do is hit the learn button so it can learn your pedal. I haven't pressed it yet. You press the learn, and it'll allow the module to learn your specific accelerator pedal sensor output. So make sure you don't have any floor mats, anything behind the pedal, because you're going to want to put it right to the floor 2 times slowly within 15 seconds after you press this button. Alright everybody, I have the BD Diesel throttle sensitivity kit installed. You can see right here, nice and clean is where my switch is. The module is tied up nicely underneath the dash. All the wires have been zip tied up. You can see this one, which is not a big deal. That's just where I chose to place it. It can be placed in the dash behind here. I'm going to be eventually relocating it to here once I move my light bars from here to my upfitter switches. So the BD Diesel throttle sensitivity booster will be mounted here for the push button switch. Now, how this works it is illuminated nicely. 1 button, 2 button, 3 button. So it's just one touch. So the first button, the first light is no light is stock. Low first light is 50%, medium is 75%, and high is 100%. To turn on valet mode, you press and hold it for 5 seconds and all 3 lights will light up. That limits the throttle and the power of the vehicle. And then for a ludicrous 400%, you hold it for 10 seconds and all 3 lights will flash consistently. To turn that off, you press it once. To turn off valet mode, you press and hold it another 5 seconds. Seems pretty easy enough. And to turn it off completely, you'll press the buttons enough times where there'll be no lights showing. So turn on one light, turn on the next light, turn on the third light one more time, and it's off. So let's try this bad boy out. Of course, for safety purposes, as everybody likes to go home safe every day, they've set it so if you have it in ludicrous mode, you shut your vehicle off, the next morning when you fire it back up, or the next time you fire it back up, it'll be either off or in 50% mode, so it'll be safe and you don't kill people. You don't want to be a Mustang owner, right? So let's go try this thing out. Alrighty guys, we got the throttle sensitivity booster, the TSB is installed, and it is wild. This shit is absolutely insane. I highly recommend one. I've got it turned off right now. I'm just in a playground zone, so I don't really need it on right now. But I will be turning it back on here in just a moment. Let me turn off my heat because it's just blaring at me. So the first setting, barely tap the throttle. You can hear my Edge Insight CTS2 is beeping at me that I'm over 30 pounds of boost. And it's honestly, it's insane. What I would recommend for using it is for in-town traffic, just stop and go traffic. I would recommend using the first setting, the 50% setting. It is much better than stock. You know, it gives you that extra bit of pep. You can get in and out of traffic, and you're not going to be worried about, you know, having the turbo lag and not being able to get in front of somebody and into a lane if they can't get in behind them or whatever, something like that. So yeah, the first setting is probably about perfect for in-town driving and traffic, stuff like that. The second setting, I'd say, is probably good for road trips, pulling hills with trailers, stuff like that. Gives you that little extra pep, little extra boost. And then the third setting, I'd say, is probably reserved for passing people. That's probably going to be your best bet. Like, it's insane. It's wild. I played around with it a little bit here, and I'm giving you an honest review. They didn't pay me to say, hey, give us a false review, whatever. This 100% honest review. This thing is insane. I am more than impressed with it. Now, I'm at a light here. I'll go ahead and put it on the second setting. And you can see no lag, no lack in power, nothing like that. It's, you know, I'm at 11% throttle. My foot's hardly even touching it. Touch it and 21 pounds of boost, and puts me, you know, if it was stock, I probably would have been at 15% on the throttle, and right there it said I was at 51%. So that is pretty decent. Like, it makes a huge difference in the throttle sensitivity and how much boost you produce. Now I'll go ahead and put it on the Ricky Bobby setting. Oh, people decide to drive right in front of me. So it's on a third setting, which I like to call Ricky Bobby, because I like to go fast, and we'll barely touch the throttle. I'm spinning my tires, and at 10% on the pedal, I'm hitting 100%. So this is this is insane. I wouldn't be able to trust myself running the third one all the time, and honestly the 400% throttle increase on there would be too much for me anyways, just town driving. I'd have to reserve that for drag races and stuff like that, or the dirt drags that BD has every year there. So the 400%, I'm not even going to play with it because that's wild. Maybe I'll do a special video for the 400% on the throttle sensitivity booster. I tried the 50% understock, I believe it is, for the valet mode. I'm going to say that one's perfect for letting my girlfriend drive my truck. That way she's got enough power, she's not going to get herself into trouble, and she's not going to scare the shit out of herself. You know, it'll be about perfect because she drives an 04 6-liter GMC, the gas engine. And I'd say that's about where that puts it, is around the 6-liter gas engine kind of pep and power. 100 honest review, guys, I love it. This is probably my favorite modification to date, and I don't think I'd like to drive a vehicle without it now, to be completely honest. I would like to get one for all my vehicles, and even the mother-in-law's vehicle. It would definitely help with that little bit of lag and that little 3.5 EcoBoost. I actually forgot that I'm on that 100. I honestly forgot that I was on that 100% over level on the TSB, and it got me going pretty good. I love this thing. Do I recommend it? 100% absolutely. If you got a little bit of throttle lag or just want a little more pep in your day, I 120% recommend getting one of these throttle sensitivity boosters, or I like to call it, also known as the TSB, but I like to call it my RBB, my Ricky Bobby button. Oh, this thing's awesome. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Remember, when in doubt, throttle out. We'll see you on the next one.